Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. We're departing from the usual vlog format today, and we're going to jump into a comparison of CAD softwares, the software I use, which is Autodesk Maya, as well as some free options that are available for CAD. And, you know, a lot of people have been mentioning that you can definitely achieve faster results using a CAD software as opposed to Maya, which is the software I'm used to using. And I have a massive interest in learning an actual CAD software as opposed to modeling it in Maya through polygonal modeling. But nonetheless, I do have a really fun time using Maya to make my models. As you can see here, there are models that I've made on Maya. You have the Sith throne from Star Wars Episode 9. These are thrones for your phone, and here is a makeshift phone. So you can put it up like that or vertically, and it reclines, all three of them. Vader's throne from the Kenobi series and Bo-Katan's throne from Mandalorian Season 2. And all of these were modeled in Maya. It's just fun for me because I know how to use it. But again, a lot of people are saying the things that I do can be done a lot faster and with less amount of work in a CAD software. And I've been wanting to learn CAD. I just don't know which one to, completely drive my energy into and learn. So while I go on and finally get a definitive answer, I wanted to bring you guys along so you guys can see what softwares are good for which industry and what they're designed for. So by the way, while we're here, all of these models that you see here are all available on my Maker World for free download. And you can download it and print it out and have fun with them. Nonetheless, for those of you who are new to this channel, I usually do a vlog of my production in my small 3D print farm of 5 Bambu Lab A1 3D printers. This one having an AMS light combo. And what I normally print are plates and latches. So here's the left latch, right latch, left plate. Looks gorgeous, by the way. And right plate. And they're printed out in gray PETG. And what I do with them is I attach them to a larger product, but I don't really talk about the larger product they attach to because it's not 3D printing related. And for the AMS Light combo, I use the auto refill system here. This is the gray PETG I use. So when these printers start to run low on the gray PETG and whatever's left on the spool can't finish an entire print, I bring it over to the AMS Light combo and I put them on, activate the auto refill system by making sure in the software here that I use the same material and same color for every slot there. And once one finishes during a print, it'll just switch to another and finish off the print. And I have those here and they look great. They're really sharp looking prints and done with near empty spools. And I haven't had a whole lot of issues with moisture with this filament and printer. I don't know if it's a combination. It could also be a combination of where I live. I live in Southern California. And as you can see, we got about 59% humidity level in this small 3D print farm. And it's about 74.5 degrees Fahrenheit. So there is some moisture in the air, but for some reason with this combination that I've got going on, I've had filament sitting in that box there for a few months and then had printed it out, outside of a bag and everything. Outside of desiccants, just sitting out like that, and it worked. So I don't know what it is. It works though. But nonetheless, let's get into the computer and start analyzing which software is best for which job or which task. I'll also talk about pricing because I really want to get to the bottom of which software is best for what. I obviously do product design, so I'm going to be looking for a CAD software for product design. I'll see you in the computer. Alright guys, so we're here in the computer and I do want to go over the software that I am currently using, and that is Autodesk Maya. So Autodesk Maya is a powerful software primarily focused on 3D animation, modeling, simulation, and rendering. It's widely used in the film, television, and gaming industries for creating detailed animations and visual effects. Maya offers robust tools for character rigging, particle effects, and dynamics, which make it a standard choice among professionals for high-end production work in animation and VFX. It also supports extensive scripting and API access, allowing for deep customization and automation within the production pipeline. Now, I've worked in the visual effects industry for 7 years, and this is what I learned and used among other softwares as well. And as for pricing, The 3-year option is $5,625 that you pay annually. So what would that be for 3 years? 5,625 divided by 3, you're paying $1,875, which is right here. I thought that maybe because you bought 3 years, you'd get a better deal, but apparently not. So 1 year is, $1,875, and monthly is $235, but what I pay for is the Indie license, so you can get Maya at a more affordable price if you're eligible, and you'll have to check out the eligibility, which is your annual gross revenue from creative work must be less than 100,000 USD. May not use the license on any project valued over 100,000 USD. Only one license subscription can be used per user or organization. Offer is available in specific countries. I go ahead and click on Buy Maya Indie, which stands for independent. So for 1 year, it's $305. As opposed to $1,875. That's one great deal if you ask me. But nonetheless, we're here to find out what softwares we have available that is for CAD, and we're going to jump into the free options right now. So Maya aside, next thing we've got is Blender. And like Maya, Blender is known for its comprehensive suite in 3D animation, and it also includes tools for modeling, texturing, and rendering. It's widely used in game design, animation, and visual effects industries, offering a professional grade solution for creative projects, and it's got a ton of features. And I only just kind of skimmed the surface on what Blender can do, but Blender kind of just brought in so many capabilities for free. It's totally free, and there's a ton of tutorials out there, and I'd say it's probably up there with the greats like Maya. So this really changed things where an open source software was able to provide such high quality capabilities for free. But nonetheless, this isn't a CAD software. So let's jump into something that is a CAD software that I have used personally. It's FreeCAD. And I don't use this extensively, and I've mainly just used it for file management. If I need to export out a step file, I create a solid and, export out a step file. But this is a free CAD software, but this is an open source parametric 3D modeler, and is primarily focused on mechanical engineering and product design. So this is right up my alley. It offers extensive customization through scripting and modules, appealing to hobbyists and professionals who need a flexible tool without high costs. So as you can see in some of these examples, you can create some pretty cool stuff. And as for pricing, it's free. It's totally free. So this free CAD software is available for anybody looking to get into product design or mechanical engineering using a CAD software, and you can make some pretty detailed, cool stuff. Now moving on to the last free option I have here, it's LibreCAD. LibreCAD is a tool that focuses exclusively on 2D CAD drafting with applications in architecture and engineering for creating detailed technical drawings. It's simpler than 3D modeling tools, but ideal for users needing reliable 2D documentation and schematics. And as you can see, this is a free architectural CAD software, particularly in 2D. So we're not going to be doing product design with this, but it's definitely something that's useful for architecture. And there is a software that I'm going to be covering that's very helpful for architecture, and we'll get into that in a moment. The next software is Autodesk Fusion 360, and this integrates CAD, CAM, and CAE tools into a single platform, making it ideal for product design, mechanical engineering, and manufacturing, with a strong emphasis on cloud-based collaboration and accessibility. So this is the software that I think would be best suited for the things that I'm doing. This is for product design, mechanical engineering, and so after having done my research and seeing what the options are that are available, definitely Fusion 360 is the path that I would like to take. As for cost, we have a 3-year plan for $2,040 for 3 years, and these prices from Autodesk are pretty hefty. They're not cheap, I'll tell you that much. And I just wanted to double check if they're offering a better price for getting multiple years, but apparently not. It's $680 for 1 year and $85 a month. There might be educational licenses or other licenses. Let me take a look here. So if we go over here to Autodesk Fusion 360 for personal use, it says that Autodesk Fusion for personal use is a limited free version that includes basic functionality for qualifying users who generate less than $1,000 in annual revenue and used for home-based non-commercial projects only. So I think this is probably something that I can sink my teeth into. There is another option that says Autodesk Fusion for startups. Your application will be reviewed within 24 to 48 hours. Approved applicants will receive an email link to subscribe for Autodesk Fusion for startups for $150 per user for 3 years. That's a pretty great deal. So these are small companies, like registered companies like LLCs, that can just pay for a full Autodesk Fusion 360 for 3 years for $150 per user. And I think that's wonderful. That's actually a really great option. So we have another option here that's for education purposes. So I'm assuming it's for students. And it says here, Autodesk Fusion is free for eligible educators and students, available on Mac, PC, and Chromebook. So there is an option to be able to get it for free. As you go down the pipeline, you can just select student. You got to have a qualified educational institution for you to be able to get that student license. But nonetheless, that's Fusion 360 for you. Then we have AutoCAD over here, and AutoCAD is mainly used for 2D drafting and drawing with some 3D capabilities. It's a foundational tool for architecture, engineering, and construction industries, known for creating precise blueprints and detailed architectural plans. As you can see, we got some cool looking stuff over here, and let's see what else they feature over here. Yeah, it's a lot of really great looking architectural designs. And as for pricing, we have $6,085, and I'm assuming this 1 year is the equivalent to its 3-year plan. So if you were to divide it, 6,085 divided by 3, yeah, they actually rounded up to $2,030. So there you go. It's a little bit more expensive for 1 year. But you have a $250 a month for AutoCAD. I'm not too sure about student licenses and all that stuff, but this looks like it's probably the most expensive one out of the bunch, which makes it more expensive than Maya. That's really interesting. But nonetheless, this is an industry standard for the industry that it's in. In particular, we're talking about architecture, engineering, construction industries. And so this was another option I was considering, but clearly this is not for product design. And last, but definitely not least, we have SolidWorks, which primarily focuses on mechanical design and is heavily used in industries that require precise 3D modeling and simulation, such as automotive, aerospace, and consumer products. It offers extensive tools for solid modeling, assembly, and drafting. So this is definitely an option for product design, but it does seem like it's heavily focusing on automotive and aerospace and also simulation. So let's see what the cost of this is. Is there a way to see the price? I'm not a huge fan when you can't really find the price of something. So I want to try SolidWorks, but it seems like you got to sign up to be able to get a cost. Solutions for entrepreneurs and startups, apply for a 3D experience works. So I guess this is also having a startup program, but unfortunately it doesn't work. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe you have to log in to be able to get any sort of information from SolidWorks. And again, I'm really not a huge fan of when you can't just get a solid price from SolidWorks. No pun intended. But nonetheless, this was the other option. But as for me, I do think that this would be the option for me. So if I were to switch over from Maya to a CAD software, I'd stick with Fusion 360. All right, guys, so we finally got to the bottom of which software, CAD software, is best for which job, task, or application. And so with all that in mind, which software do you use and which industry do you work in? Or if you're a hobbyist, which software do you use and what do you use it for? Would love to know your thoughts. And that about wraps it up for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, peace, love, and joy.